Oh,
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined today by my co-hosts, Kelsey and JoJo.
Hello.
So I had a couple things that I actually wanted to bring up. One of them actually just happened to me last night, and the other one at the beginning of this week. So the one at the beginning of this week is something I just want to put out there for people who watch us, and possibly even for my co-hosts here, because they might not know either. There is this YouTube channel out there called Fantasy Union, and I've talked about them a couple times before. It is a guy and his wife who do literally nothing but Final Fantasy content. Long time ago, when the remake was originally being talked about, they have such a big fan base that they actually started their own like little survey, if you will, and it got so famous that like Square Enix actually even saw it, and it actually somewhat helped influence the game a little bit. So
that's awesome.
They did another survey for part 2, and it is in the link of their video. So if you go over there, it literally says survey video, and they talk about the survey, talk about how much impact the first one had and stuff like that. I thought it was done very well. It's a 4-page survey, and I thought it was, like I said, the questions made sense, and it's all for the health of the game. It's not like did you think this game was ass, or yes or no type deal. Like, it literally is like, which part of the game didn't quite meet your expectations? Was it character development? Was it graphics? Was it this? Was it that? I mean, it was actually really like detailed. So it's completely free to fill out the survey. They're going to try to do it again, see if they can get Square Enix's attention again, so that way they're getting their actual feedback from the fans. So for anybody who wants to fill out that survey, like I said, Fantasy Union, you can go check out their page. They got tons of great content on there. I recommend you look into that if that's something you want to do. But other than that, it's very hard to miss their survey. It's all they're talking about right now, and it's under the description for every single video. It's going to be up for I think like 3 or 4 weeks, and then they're going to take it down and then let people know what the overall outcome of the survey was, just based off of their answers from it. And then, like I said, try to get that over to Square Enix again and see if that's something that they can have Square Enix take a look at too, just so Square Enix is able to hear their fan outreach a little bit more. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. So yeah, I would definitely go check that out, and it's pretty much where it was at for that one. And that's pretty much all I had for that first little topic. But yeah, like I said, I thought it was a very good. The only question that really got me was, they did a fun one, which was if you could see one of these players be more playable in the next game, which would it be? And they literally listed the entire rest of the team, and I was like, well, fuck! Like, I want to play all of them. I want the team. I was like, I don't know if I necessarily want them in the next game, but for sure, some of them, like, I was like, they got me on that one. But yeah, I mean, I had
JoJo, what were you gonna say?
Oh, do you know what specifically from the first survey, what came out of that?
So one of the first things in the survey that came out of that one was the fact that they wanted more in-depth story about the side characters that we're supposed to care about. And Square Enix talked about fan outreach as one of the reasons why it made them think about going deeper into Jesse's story, going deeper into. They actually did talk about it in a interview where they talked about specific things like finding all the Jessie belongings in her dad's room and finding out that she's a dancer. Some of that was directly impacted by fan outreach. It's like we have these 3 characters that were actually had names versus Avalanche Side Guy 1, Avalanche Side Guy 2. You know, it's like, obviously there's supposed to be something deeper here. Can we get more story about them as well? So
oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
So like I said, I thought it was very productive, and I encourage everybody to go fill it out if you want to have any kind of say so as far as possibly, you know, what's going to happen in part 2. Square Enix is going to do what they want to do, obviously, but I mean, Square Enix is a company that does like to hear feedback, so there's a reason they're up there on my list.
That's going to be slightly skewed data, just because the people that are primarily interacting with that channel are people that are going to be super fans already. You're not going to get a lot of casuals. You're going to get the super fans. And Chris, as you've noted before, super fans are very hard to please because they don't actually want anything other than the original, but they want something more than the original, and they don't know how to voice that.
Right.
And so that's going to be probably the easiest group to piss off. and not necessarily the easiest group to make happy.
Right.
So I would be interested to see if Square Enix is going to actually take any feedback from that survey, and if they do, if there's going to be a grain of salt on it for them, because they realize this is the most dedicated fan base.
Yeah, it would be pretty interesting. So, like I said, there's a lot of good stuff in there. I felt like like I said, they really broke it down, and it wasn't just like your classic like, oh, this game sucked ass, yes or no. You know, it was they literally broke it down to
yes, that classic survey that we've all taken, where it's like, did this game suck ass? Yeah, and then you walk away. Yeah,
exactly.
End of survey.
Exactly.
Super valuable.
But anyways, like I said, go check them out once again. Fantasy Union. They just got their logo updated. I think it's just all blue with like a wizard hat from Final Fantasy. It used to be a guy and a girl from like basically their avatars from Final Fantasy 1. But those of you who are fans of Soldier First Class or the Night Sky Prince, which are also two gigantic Final Fantasy news sources, they're also like constantly putting out blast for this survey as well, because they're hardcore about it as well. So
they're really trying to get Square Enix's attention.
Oh,
that's fantastic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the first time I've taken a survey where I actually felt it was really productive. Like, just I've taken tons of surveys through jobs and stuff like that. I actually felt this was pretty productive because of how the criticism was. Like, it wasn't like I said, I just feel like a lot of criticism is just like yes or no, and it just broke it down into so many different categories of like this, you know, would you rate this 1 through 5, and then, you know, yes or no on this, but would you rate this and this? So I thought it was done very well. They definitely put some time into it, so I definitely appreciate that. So yeah, wanted to bring that up, put that at the start of the show because I thought that was important, and that's usually where most of you are at. It's at the start of the show where you go like, oh god, Final Fantasy again, Jesus. Anyways, the other thing I want to talk about. So we're gonna kind of get into a little bit of a controversial-ish topic here. We're gonna jump into some Twitch controversial stuff. All right. So I know Kelsey doesn't stream. I know JoJo knows about the streamer world.
Don't know shit about this already. Let's go.
But we're more going to talk about the situations that are going on, not the specific people. So you'll be able to definitely chime in and give your 2 cents, because I definitely want to hear it. So first off, the first thing I want to point out is I actually had this happen to me the other night where I had been streaming all night long. And it was like a solid 3-4 hour stream. And when I got to the point where I was like, all right, cool, I need to go to bed, I have a job tomorrow, I had someone who literally has never talked in my chat before just say, you're fucking lame for getting off. Nowhere. Out of nowhere. So I can say this very, very openly, and it might sound like I'm fucking being conceited or whatever, or toot my own horn. It takes a lot to really fuck with my emotions. Like, it would take a fucking lot. Good try, guy, you didn't get close. But it would take a fucking lot. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because there are people out there where they're struggling being a small streamer, and that right there could really just fuck with their head. If you're gonna be in someone's chat and you have nothing but negative shit to say, fuck off. Plain and simple. Just fuck off. I don't know what kind of fucking bullshit you got going on through your day, but just to be negative, not to say anything at all, but just to be negative, there's no point in that. There's little no point in that. They might be doing something you're wanting to do. Fucking do better. I don't know what else to tell you on that one, but fuck off. That was crazy to me. I literally was getting off, and I literally decided, I was like, no, I'm going to sit here and actually speak my mind on this. And I started talking about it on the end of my stream. I was like, you got to have some real fucking nerves to sit here and jump in someone's stream and just talk shit whenever you don't say nothing the whole time. You think you're fucking supporting me by watching me? No, you're fucking not. I was like, are you kidding me? I was fucking pissed. I was livid because, like I said, I know a bunch of streamers who are trying to do what they can, and shit like that really fucks with their day. Like, really fucks with their day.
Yeah.
I've got streamer friends, like, if they just lose a follower, they're like, fuck, man, that kind of, like, fucked off my whole mood. What did I do to make that person want to leave? Like, people really take that in. I don't. So, it doesn't matter to me, but I'm speaking for the fucking people who it does matter to. So, if you're going to be an asshole, just fuck off. That's just easily all I got to say to you right now. I was like, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, are you fucking serious, dude? You're gonna jump in my stream and call me fucking... I literally said, you are so fucking lame. All because you have to get off. I was like, fuck you, bro. Like, I'm sorry I have a fucking job. What do you fucking want from me? Oh, man. Yeah, I was pretty livid. I don't owe you anything. That's my main point to that. I don't owe you shit. So don't fucking jump in my stream and act like I need to fucking stream for fucking 12 hours for your entertainment. Fuck you. No, absolutely not. But to get into the actual controversial shit that I want to talk about. So, I'm going to guess Kelsey doesn't know what this is, right? Okay, so we're going to start with that. Kelsey, do you know what the word simp is? The new word that's been going around. Calling men simps.
Not a damn clue.
So
It doesn't sound like a good thing.
It's not. It's supposed to basically be like simple-minded men is basically what it is, right? So basically a simp is anyone who goes to a chick streamer and donates them money, gives them any kind of support in any kind of way, anything like that. You automatically would get called a simp because like, oh, you're only donating because you want to be with her, da-da-da-da-da, whatever, right? That's, in my opinion, what the simp is, right?
I have opinions already. Continue.
I'm sure you do. So this is where the controversy has gotten into because this happened to a couple of chick streamers and now it happened to a very, very big Twitch streamer, one that I actually personally did watch from time to time and who got me on my HyperX kick, but I'm going to refrain from using actual names here. Anyways, so I don't have money to support streamers. Let me start off by saying that one. So I'm not donating anybody's stream. I don't have that kind of money. I gotta focus on me. I got a kid along the way. I ain't got shit. I ain't got shit for that. But what I will say is that I don't see anything wrong. One with guys donating to anybody's stream, woman, female, female, male, doesn't matter. I also don't see issues with guys getting that kind of attention at all. I know I've actually talked to some people who disagree with me on this one, and that's completely fine. The biggest issue that a lot of people are having is that these women are not coming out and saying they have boyfriends from the start, which I completely disagree. That's not a problem. They don't have to give any of their personal information whatsoever on stream.
I was about to say, what do they owe anybody about their relationship status? Fuck off.
I think that's maybe the distinction between a guy who is subscribed to a woman streamer and a simp is that there is this thing in the, theoretically, when it's applied properly and not broadly, the simp's mind, where he is expecting somehow that if he gives this girl $300, then she'll have sex with him, right? Like there's some amount of.
I wouldn't necessarily say sex. I think it's more along the lines of
like,
people are. I guess some men are disgusted at the fact that guys will throw this much money just for the chance that this chick is single, which who cares?
Right.
It's not hurting you.
There are guys,
who cares?
Right. Yeah, if you're just a normal person who is watching her because she's a fun person to watch or whatever, then that should be an irrelevant detail.
Now,
whether or not she has a boyfriend.
Now, one thing I want to say that I think might blow a lot of people's mind, because they probably think I think the other way on this one, is that any chick who is dating a guy and she is streaming and she chooses not to put her relationship out there and she uses that to her advantage, as long as she's not saying she's going to date people or do shit for people, but she's just using that to her advantage to look like she's single, I applaud you 100%. Fucking, you are easily using the system the way it should fucking be used. And you know what, people who actually get upset about this, the only reason you're getting pissy is because this is just entering the gaming world. Musicians and actors have been doing this shit for fucking decades. It's not anything new.
Still are, yeah.
Literally not anything new. You're just mad because it's finally in your universe and you're having to fucking deal with it. So the problem that I do have with it is whenever these chicks get mad that if the information does leak that they have a boyfriend, and then those quote-unquote simp subs leave. They then get mad and then start attacking the fact that, oh, you're not man enough to fucking... I have a problem with that because it's like you were okay getting the money. You can't be okay when the money leaves for the same reason.
Can I have a moment to speak on this? Okay.
Yes.
So... if I was okay, we know I'm married. I've talked about it. I didn't hide that. Podcast one, I brought it up.
Right.
Yeah, I know, right? We're all astonished. You guys sure as hell weren't at my wedding by any means.
That was a wedding.
No, that was just a really big party with an open bar.
That's what that was. God damn, I flew out to fucking. I flew all the way out there for that shit.
Yeah, I know, right? And you caught a garter too, Chris. Like you were just having a weird ass night.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyways, I do like I do gaming videos and people actually watch them and they comment and stuff like that, and I absolutely love that. But if somebody put up a comment of, "Oh, I was only watching this because you were single. I hate you and I'm never watching anything else that you like ever did again." Like if they became aware of that, there would be a part of me that would be upset only from the like, wait a minute, like I'm putting time and effort into being good at this, and or maybe not good at this, let's be real, you've seen my gameplay, I die a lot. But I've been putting effort into being an entertainer and
Mm-hmm.
being and entertaining you. That's what I've been doing. And for you to reduce it all to whether or not I'm single would be very personally affronting. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
an element of that is just like disingenuous to the whole thing that I'm trying to build with this person, of I'm trying to entertain you and make you have a good time, and you're only having a good time if you think you can bang me someday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I like that would be frustrating. And it's also, there's an element of privacy. If my husband had said like, you can never bring up that you're married, I do not want people to know that you're married ever, like that may not totally be the entertainer's choice to admit whether or not they're with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And that may not be part of the character that they're trying to build. So I'm trying to point out that there should be a consistent separation between person and personality
Mm-hmm.
that you see in media.
Mm-hmm.
And for fuck's sake, people, try to respect people for what they're trying to do, not whether or not you can get in their pants. But you know what? I'm never going to win that argument, so I'm going to stop it right there.
So I guess what I would add onto that, just to make sure that me and you are coming from the same ground here, there are women who totally do use that to their advantage. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Which, once again,
Yeah.
I'm completely fine with that. I actually have zero fucking issues with that. That is literally you're fucking playing a system. Like, fuck, if I could do that, I would. If low cut shirts would work for me, you better believe I'd fucking put them on. But they don't. They don't, believe it or not. So I would use it. You know how many times me and my buddies have been like, "Damn, dude, if I was a chick streamer." You know how many times that conversation has happened? Multiple. Fucking multiple. So once again, like I said, I applaud them 100%. Get your fucking money. Easy. Done. Don't. You have zero issue with me from here. If the guys are being negative about it after it comes out, completely agree with you. You're being a fucking crybaby at that point. Fucking get over it. You should have fucking thought that there's a very slim to no chance that anything was ever going to happen between you and this person you don't even fucking know, because they don't even use their real fucking name on stream. Like, come the fuck on. One.
That's just getting way too deep into the fantasy. And I get that the fantasy may be why they're there, but you can't get lost in fantasy, everybody. Like, don't do it. Not healthy.
What
I mean, you would hope not. But like, there are these people who absolutely do, like, just the streaming environment or whatever is so different from any other like entertainment medium, where there's so much actual sort of bits where this person's interacting with you, that I think like for the loneliest, weirdest, saddest people, like it's not healthy for them probably, or something like.
Oh,
and,
that's,
you know,
go ahead. Sorry, shutting up.
Because, well, yeah, because you give her $200 or whatever, and then she's like, "Oh, thank you, Gavin." I don't know why his name's Gavin.
Thank you, Big like, Dad 656.
Like, then there's there's like then a direct interaction where the person gets in their mind that there is some amount of connection that then
she's noticed me.
Yeah,
she's noticed me. I'm not invisible anymore. Yeah, exactly.
And if you give multiple times and, you know, she's like, "Oh, didn't you do this before? I remember you." And so there's this development of a relationship because they're inviting you into actually what is a somewhat direct conversation, where the rest of our media, our actors, our musicians and things like that, they're on a stage. They are physically separated from us. And the periods of time where we actually get to like have direct interaction are limited to like, "Hey, here, have a photo," and then move the fuck on. Mm-hmm. Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Right, and so even with that, you get people who are like absurd, obsessive fans and think that somehow if they shoot Ronald Reagan, Jodie Foster will sleep with them or whatever. Like, there's some amount, and so with this, where there is some direct interaction, like it leads to those people even worse somehow. And so, like, yes, it's good for the streamer to get that money, but also, at some level, maybe you're like taking advantage of a person who isn't capable of self-control in a way.
They don't understand all the social mores at play in this particular moment.
I get what you're saying on that one. I also don't have like the sympathy for that person either. It's like, I mean, you can't get mad, dude. You decided to fucking just dump money into it. Like, I mean, it's not on the streamer to have to police their fucking followers. You know what I mean?
No, it's
Like,
not.
they shouldn't have to be like, hey, fucking let me show you the facts of life right quick before I do my first stream, so you guys all understand like how things work. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. It just ends up creating this, like, I don't know, it's dangerous or something. Like, just these people. I guess no one's been hurt.
I guarantee you somebody's been hurt. We just may not know about it.
Yeah, it just seems like at some point you're going to get one of these people who get too upset about what's her name having a boyfriend or something, and then do something, right?
Oh, no, that's actually happened. Actually, I've got I don't want to say the word funny story, but a crazy story about it is this is no fucking secret whatsoever, but I'm a huge fucking Rooster Teeth fan. I love fucking everything Rooster Teeth does. And there's a member on Rooster Teeth.
That was more detail than we needed.
Okay, it's great. Anyways, so there's a there's a person on there named Gavin who has a girlfriend whose name is Meg Turney. Huh?
That's the random name I chose 2 minutes ago. Just
was it? Oh yeah, no, yeah, no. His name is Gavin, and like I mean, they're like I am. I literally don't fucking hide anything. I say all my shit. My fucking YouTube fucking comment is my first and last name. Like I don't do the whole. I like the whole transparency aspect. I think that goes a lot further than like hiding behind shit. Like even though my shit is Clouded Blade on Twitch, literally has all my name and everything like right next to that. So like I said, I don't really hide all that shit. I just like the transparency aspect. And so they do the same shit. So like they use their actual first and last name, and obviously they're way bigger fucking company. I'm not fucking anything like them, but still. Anyways, so he had this girlfriend named Meg Turney. Now she got really big in the cosplay business, and then she actually ended up getting hired on at Rooster Teeth, and actually had like her own show that she was hosting and shit like that. She ended up leaving Rooster Teeth due to the fact that she wanted to go like more heavy into cosplay and stuff like that, and that's kind of what she does now. Now she's done some more lewd cosplay and stuff like that, so a lot of people gained that attraction to her and started following her more and da-da-da-da. Well, there was this guy from New Mexico who 100% believed that was going to be his girlfriend. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only thing standing in his way was Gavin. And literally found out where they lived. Yeah. And went to their house with a gun. Actually fired a shot off inside their house. Like this happened.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, wow.
Luckily, he did not find them because they were hiding in their closet, and he got shot down by the police on site as soon as they pulled up and saw him come walking out with a gun. Shot down by police, and I think like the whole ordeal was like 5 minutes, but that's a terrifying 5 fucking minutes.
That is the worst 5 minutes of your life.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my god.
The shit is real. The reason why I found out about it, besides the fact that I'm a Rooster Teeth fan and would have found out about it sooner or later, the dude literally had the exact same first and last name as me, like to a T. I literally had an old coworker from my last job go, "Hey, please tell me this isn't you, right?" Because they didn't have pictures of the guy out yet. It was just a super Rooster Teeth fan named Christopher Giles has shown up at. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Well, I'm texting you back, so it obviously wasn't me because that motherfucker's dead." So, yeah, I was like, way to kind of fuck up any future interaction that I could ever have with Gavin or Meg, because my name's gonna bring back fucking trauma, fucking instances and shit like that. Like, holy fuck.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
How are you talking? What? That's crazy.
Yeah. Actually happened.
Jeez.
Actually happened. So once again, another situation where I do not blame people for keeping as much of their privacy, because I'm the other way. And I'm saying this from the other side. I am completely transparent. I tell people I've got a kid on the way. I have a girlfriend who I am madly in love with. I don't tell people where I live besides the state of Wisconsin. And once again, my first and last name is down there in the fucking YouTube comments. Very fucking transparent. That might be to a fault, but I'll cross that bridge whenever I come to it. That being said,
you and I can get away with it because we're men, right? Like the thing is,
I was going to say, there's the idea of the transparency you just brought up. Never in a million years. I do not want people knowing that much information about me. Period.
And that's completely fine. And I 100% I have all out that I protect that shit, so that way whenever you do say stuff on accident because you're telling stories, like one time
And
when
stuff
you said
comes out, yeah.
when you said the school that you went to, and I was like, hey, we might want to fucking edit that out. Yes, I make sure that I pay attention to that shit for my fucking fellow cast members because I am so far the other way on it, it doesn't bother me. So, but I also understand the aspect of, hey, as far as you know, I'm fucking Clouded Blade. You'll never know my first name. You'll never know my last name. You'll never know what state I'm in. All you'll ever see is the content I do. You won't know who's in my life. None of that. I completely understand people that want to do that as well. 100%. And because of situations like that, yeah, they might be a one in a million, but that's a scary fucking 1 in a million. And you're not just putting your life at risk. You're putting the other person that's with you's life at risk as well. So I completely understand where people are on that subject. 100%. That's why I don't say my girlfriend's name. And if I do, I only say her first name. I don't go into that far aspect. I don't have her comment on stuff. Whenever she's in my stuff, she has her own little username, so that way she doesn't have to have her information out there. It's just me. I also don't link any of my private stuff. That I will say, like Facebook and stuff, all that's set on private. I don't link that with anything that I do. Dead Funny wise, Twitch wise, none of that leads back to that. I literally only accept people that I know, and that's it. That's as far as that goes. So that way my exact address, all this other shit, people can actually check in and see where I'm at. There's no way to get that. Sorry, all you people who want to be my best friend. I'm sorry.
Show up in his Twitch, be nice to him, watch what happens. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I don't mean that.
Well, if you want to give me $100, I'll be your best friend. I got it.
We can go get coffee. Yeah, fuck it. You know? Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, Mark's gonna be like, fuck off, JoJo.
But yeah, I just, like I said, and I guess my last point that I was adding on that earlier that I'll circle back around to was like, once again, if the guys want to be super negative about it, like, you know, I completely understand on why the female gets upset. I also understand why the female can be upset due to the fact that they feel they're putting out solid content, and that should be the merit of, you know, the fandom, not versus the fact that they might one day get a chance to be with them. But at the same time, it's a situation where, like I said, you actively know there are people in there that are donating to you and saying stuff like, oh, I love you and stuff like that. Like, if you're okay with taking that money and then the money leaves and they don't be negative about it, they just leave, and you just choose to do like a broad thing where you're like, everybody who chose to unsubscribe from my channel because you now know I have a boyfriend, you're a fucking piece of shit, that's not okay. You were okay getting the money because of that. You can't be okay because the money left due to the same fucking reason. Like, that's not how that works. Like, if you're gonna be okay with it, it's your fault it got leaked. Somehow, sooner or later, it was your fault it got leaked. You put a little too much information somewhere, and then people found out about it. Like, that's kind of on you.
And just time. Like,
yeah.
Whether, if you're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, whether or not you're with somebody, like, that is going to come out eventually.
Sooner or later.
Like, there's no way you can hide that forever.
Sooner or later. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I've had this conversation with a couple different people, and they're like, I can't believe that you're okay with chicks just acting like they don't have boyfriends. And it's like, I don't disagree with that. I think that they should be able to put as little information about them privately as possible, if that's what they want to do. Or if they want to go the complete other way, I'm fine with that as well. But I literally am not leaning one way or the other on this. No, I'm completely dead in the middle. I think everybody should have as much control as they want to over their personal and private life on any kind of form of the internet. Whether it's social media, streaming services, YouTube, doesn't fucking matter. You should be able to control whatever you fucking want to. 100%.
So, all the way at the beginning of this, it sounded like if a guy gave to a girl, he was automatically a simp. But it sounds like through the course of this conversation, you guys have educated me that is not the case. It is only guys that are giving to girls with the express purpose of, like, if I give her $100, we're getting somewhere. It's that expectation element.
But that's the problem.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was, but then people now maybe apply it more broadly than they should, right?
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. That's the problem. Like, let's say, for instance, Kelsey started streaming, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go support Kelsey, and I just showed up in your stream and gave you like $100. I would immediately be a simp. Like, there's literally nothing there. I would immediately be a simp, which is crazy. It's not like it would fucking hurt my goddamn feelings, because once again, you got to do a lot fucking harder than that, people. I'm sorry. I'm not fucking brittle. But it's like, come on, guys. Like, can we grow up? I just... And this is where the real controversy aspect. I feel like in a world where there are so many of us who stride for this whole aspect of like not dividing, you know, like
Yeah.
not dividing people into groups, we just constantly do it. Like one thing I've never jumped on, which I don't care for at all, is the whole Karen thing. It's like, cool, now we've done nothing but put a whole bunch of angry white women into a group, and now we call them something completely different to do nothing but bring them down and fucking hurt them. Or like simps, for instance. Like, I don't agree with that. That's just not something I agree with. I think if anybody ever wants to move towards unity, like, we can't keep buying into these fads every fucking time they come out because we think it's fucking funny. You're laughing at someone else's expense, regardless of what happened. Most of the time, yes, these people are in the wrong, but by fucking ridiculing and mocking and turning them into fucking memes is not the fucking way to go about that. I mean, we're just apparently all fucking children these days now. So
Also, that discredit, like, to go back to the beginning, like, that discredits the shit out of the female streamer. Like,
yeah,
that's basically saying, and that's screwing over those female streamers, because if guys aren't going to give because they're going to get called simps, then those streamers are never going to succeed because people are legitimately afraid of giving to them,
mm-hmm,
and they might they might just be good streamers, and they deserve to be supported the same way that a
mm-hmm,
guy would. So that is not only hurtful to the guys that you're tearing down, that's also hurtful to the streamer. Like, you've just
mm-hmm,
created this entire name that does nothing but hurt people.
mm-hmm,
I
absolutely.
mean, there's absolutely a huge, a large contingent of people who, for any popular female streamer, will just say any of that is because they're a girl, right? Regardless of what they're doing
Oh yeah,
or
absolutely.
their
And there's so many
talent. There's
guys
just,
that have that mentality as well, which
yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm one of them. I've said multiple times, like, if I was a female, I'd probably make a lot more money streaming. And it's probably fucking true. That's probably 100% true. But at the same time, you do have that catch you 22 where it's like, sooner or later, it would hit me in my head of like, am I only this popular because of my looks, or do people actually give a shit about the fucking content I put out? And it sucks.
And I would argue there's a lot of female streamers that aren't successful. And
Oh
there's
yeah.
got to be a reason for it. Is it because they're ugly, or is it because they're bad at video games? Is it because they're not entertaining? Like, they don't realize that while they're streaming, they need to be interacting while they're doing their games. Like, my guess is it's not just if you have boobs, you are going to do well. Like, I don't think those are equitable. Like, I think there's probably a few other details, including being an entertaining personality, and that takes a lot of effort and that takes time to curate. There's a reason that not all comedians are great.
Well, I mean, you also
Same
have
thing.
situations where, in my opinion, Twitch has done too much. This is where my problem with Twitch comes into play, where it's not about just gaming anymore. They have the just chatting section or the IRL section where you don't have to play a video game, and you can just chat. And then these women, they get on there and they're in bathing suits and they're doing dancing and stuff like that, or like literally fucking pool parties and shit. Like, I've seen literally women in lingerie doing, hey, come hang out with me while I sleep. And they literally just leave their stream running while they sleep. And they have like fucking 500,000 people just fucking sitting in there. Once again, get your money. That's great. But for people who do feel like they're not attractive or something like that, it completely throws them down. I mean, I know back whenever I fucking first started streaming and stuff like that, and I tried to do like an outrage, I had a couple of chick streamers that I talked to that are like, I'll never do a face cam. It just will never happen. I don't want to. I'm not saying I'm ugly. I'm not saying I'm attractive. But if I'm attracted, I don't want to be lobbed into that category of like the only reason why she gets money is because she's attractive, and then the
Yeah.
other way, vice versa. And that's a fucked up situation. You'll always hear from me multiple times. I've said it on the stream, like where I even just end my stream and I go fucking rate somebody else. I don't discriminate between one person. I literally look for the person who has the lowest amount of viewers and has a webcam, because that to me shows commitment that you're trying to do something versus just turning on a fucking game and going. So whoever has the lowest amount of views and a webcam, person I go to every time. Boy or girl, don't give a shit. Race, don't give a shit. Whoever has the lowest amount of views, and I rate them with all my viewers, and I say it in there and I talk to them for about a solid 30 minutes, and then I'm gone. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm going to sleep. Have a good night. I hope your stream goes well. Why can't we be more like that? That's all I'm saying. Like, I mean, if you want to sit here and look at these different divisions and you want to talk about like gamers are a community, why tear each other down? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, we should be bringing each other up easily. Like, fucking support people. It's easy.
those people don't want all those people in the community is the thing, right?
No.
It's those guys are like, oh, well, this person is illegitimate because she is obviously only successful because of her body or whatever, and thus should not be within this community.
And
Yeah,
I
I'd
would
love to have
agree with you.
Should be out of it, is what they are saying. So like, like they're assholes, and you can't really
And I
talk
would
them out of it.
completely agree with you. Whenever we had
Are
those,
they actually trying to kick the girls out? Like, if all the girl streamers went, "Oh, we didn't realize we weren't wanted here. We'll leave," and they ditched and created their own female-only streaming community, would those assholes then be like, "Where the fuck did the chicks go?" Because that would be my guess.
Would be like some group of them. No, it would be like, oh yeah, no, because it's not for girls. This is the place for weird guys who were bullied. This is games. This is for me to stay. Like, there's still those guys out there who are like very much against the idea that there are any girls who would want to be a part of it sincerely, right?
right?
Oh,
That even
that's
if the
heartbreaking.
girls are streaming or doing it because they know they're good looking and will get views and don't actually care about the game they're playing in any way, right? It's
Right.
oh, I thought someone giving me money for playing Fortnite. Okay, I guess I like Fortnite now.
Yeah.
Is the thought, I assume.
Like I said, and I agree to a certain extent for especially the women who choose to title that they're streaming a game, and then they spend the entire stream just sitting there talking in like very revealing clothing and never actually play the game. Like, that annoys the shit out of me. So I completely can agree with that aspect. Like, if you're gonna fucking just get on here, Twitch is giving you channels to do what it is that you want to do. You don't need to fucking go over here and steal viewers away from people who are actually streaming like fucking League of Legends or something. All because you want to fucking like that. I don't agree with. That is not a situation. Oh my god, that is a rookie move. Sorry about that. Phone was on. Anyways, so rookie move. Anyways, so but like that I don't agree with, because then you're in my opinion abusing the system at that point. You're literally looking for whatever has the most views. You're going in there with the promises that you're gonna play the game, but you never actually play the game and just try to get the money based off your looks and everything. That I don't agree with. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I guess when I'm talking, I'm defending the female streamers. I'm not defending all female streamers from
Right.
behavior that may be inappropriate. I'm defending the ones that are legitimately, I enjoy this game. I want to play this game. I want to do these things, or the ones that are legitimately like, I am attractive and I would like to be semi-naked on stream and I would like people to give me money because I'm attractive, but I'm going to market myself that way.
That's fine.
Both of those totally fine. Totally legitimate. Zero judgment. I am with you if you're just trying to like snake in and be like, yeah, no, I'm totally playing Final Fantasy VII, and you're just like oiling your breasts. Like, fun times, but maybe put the right title on it.
Right? Like, here's my Tifa cosplay. Like, that's not the same. Like, come on. All right, let's fucking move on. Yeah. Because, yeah, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of female streamers I watch. And I mean, I come from a situation where I actually play with a lot of female gamers. Actually, a lot of you actually know this at this point because some of you have been to my streams and shit and have heard me talk about it. But I play with, like, my family a lot. And the majority of my family are females. And I see the bullshit they have to put up with where people automatically discredit them because they're a female and don't think they can win and shit like that. And one of them is my own fucking mom. Like, my mom plays Halo with me pretty much every fucking weekend. Like that happens.
Awesome.
So like I said, I see the kind of shit they go through, and it's kind of like come on, guy, like what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing? You're just talking shit to talk shit. You're mad because you got your ass kicked. Like, fucking go cry about it somewhere else. Like, come on. It's just all this negativity. I mean, it's crazy. I've dated gamers who are girls, and I've seen them, especially in the competitive world and stuff like that, and the toxicity is just not. Like, why, man? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I've never been to a point, besides when someone literally is doing something that's actually fucking pissing me off, or I've wanted to say something to them, but it directly ties in with what they're doing in the game. I don't care if they're a female or a guy, but if you're going to fucking camp, I'm going to call you a goddamn camper. I don't care what your fucking gender is. Like, that's the shit that pisses me off. But to literally just talk shit due to the fact that, one, you lost, and two, because you lost to a female, now that's going to make you feel like a bigger man, I don't agree with that. Like, just keep your fucking mouth shut. Easy.
Also, there's the inherent implication that women can't be good at things.
Yeah.
And there's a long fucking history of women being good at things, asshole. So maybe don't.
Name one.
Name one
Name
women
one.
that. I'm sorry, my dainty female brain can't come up with any. I'm sorry.
Right?
It just
it's punch somebody in the face.
It's nuts. I mean, we have specific groups out there like the Frag Dolls, for instance. Those are one of the first. I'm getting there. Those are one of the first teams of all girl gamers who literally were like, girls can fucking game. Like, we're going to fucking push forward and show that girls can act. And they broke into the fucking competitive scene, all the top fucking games showing that girls can game. It shouldn't have to be like that, man. Just fucking, if people like, I can literally sit down. For instance, this is the best fucking thing right here, right? I just got me a new poster not that long ago. It's one that I've been wanting. And I found out that right down the street from me, the FedEx store, I can send them any image I want, and they'll print it on a fucking 11x17 cardstock. Perfect for fucking framing. Perfect for framing. So I grabbed this poster I wanted forever. I put it all over my Discord whenever I first saw this picture, and it's Cloud from the remake and then Cloud from the original. And they're both walking down the track that you start the game on, and they're doing a fist bump, and above it says, "Let's save the world again." That's fucking awesome. One of my favorite fucking pictures ever. I wanted to get it for the longest time, and I finally did it. Went down there and sat there for an extra 10 minutes talking to the chick behind the counter because she was so in love with my poster, and she was playing the original Final Fantasy VII for the first time. Literally had nothing to do with the fact that she was a female. It's the fact that I now, because of this remake, have another fan being brought to something that I literally love so fucking much. That's awesome to me. Well, that's fucking cool as shit. She was like, oh, by the way, I'm at the part where like Tifa's the party leader and we don't have Cloud. I was like, oh, so you're about to be heading to Midil. And then we had a whole conversation about it. Whole conversation for a solid 10 minutes just talking about fucking Final Fantasy VII. Game that's been out for fucking 20 plus years now. Like, I just don't understand why so many people are so against having this new fan base in. I mean, it's the same thing that I've said multiple times on here whenever I was fucking trying out League of Legends. How toxic it was because I was new and I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I just don't understand why people hate having new people to your fucking your gaming community. It makes no sense to me. I would love to be surrounded by tons of different people, all races, all genders, just talking about Final Fantasy VII. That'd be great. It'd be one of the best days of my life. That'd be fucking awesome.
I was gonna say, you would be the happiest person in the
awesome.
world.
I just don't understand like what validates me besides the amount of time that I've put into the game. Like, now, if I would have went in there and she would have been like, oh, you know, fucking, I don't think you're an actual Final Fantasy fan. Like, then, yeah, that's a different story. Because, like, who the fuck are you to tell me that? But that's not how that conversation happened. I saw someone brand new at the fucking story. They wanted to tell me about their journey so far. So I listened and then talked about how cool the rest of the journey is going to be for them without spoiling shit. And we had a great time. And then she asked me if she should play the remake. And I said, absolutely, after you finish the original, not before. That way you can tell the differences and then decide for yourself which one you think is better. Easy, simple, done. It was a great conversation. We'll totally go there again for another poster. Probably will. And have another conversation again. It was great. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's great for people to like things I like because then I can reference them and they know, right? Like we were talking about this last week where like people know who Thanos is now and that's awesome.
Exactly.
I'm not mad at, like private information and now girls know what a Thanos is. No, like it's I can say Thanos and people like
it supports the thing you love and makes it stay around. That easy, that simple. You know how many people I fucking knew who didn't read comics and were like, oh shit, Iron Man is actually pretty fucking cool. Chris, where should I start reading Iron Man comics? Like, it supports the thing you love and keeps it around. I don't fucking get it. It makes no sense. If people buy a shit ton of the fucking original and the goddamn remake, that's money that goes into making the second fucking part. That helps me.
Right, yeah.
That helps me. I don't get it. Someone explain it to me.
Don't like the thing.
Fuck.
And you don't get more. Like, I wish more people liked things that I like because then I would have more of things that I like. Like, it's silly.
I do think we have a culture that enjoys shitting on things. I think our culture and our generation, kind of specifically, and a little bit the one underneath us, enjoys shitting on things that are good because they want to. Because as like
cool.
We've all heard the studies, like a negative comment is going to circulate Facebook faster than a positive comment will.
Right.
Like negativity circulates so much faster. So that's thing one. But then thing two. We've got you like that thing? Do you want to actually know why that thing that you like is terrible in the secret way you didn't know about, so you can't like it anymore because it's really terrible? Like, that is the shit that the generation below us gets
that might
off
sound
on,
like that might sound like a cast member of ours. I'm just throwing it out there.
Is it me?
No, it's Cody. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you why the thing that you're fucking passionate about is just fucking terrible.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I figured that out.
I feel like he does that with like almost everything that keeps. Mass Effect, garbage. Fucking
So fair.
Horizon, garbage. He told you one good thing, and then the rest is all like, "This is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible." Anyways,
Cody's
He's still
personality is he doesn't like AAA titles. He is very honest about that, and so if it is anything anywhere near a AAA title, I just expect him to not like it, and you move on from there. It's not a bad thing. He's got his loves, and he's very passionate about his loves. It's just not usually going to be the thing that you love.
yeah. Oh, I don't know. Listen, I don't get it. I don't get it. Someone needs to fill me in. I don't understand it.
Well, I mean, no, it's an irrational thing. People are just possessive of the things that they think are theirs, right? It's the same. I mean, it's been a thing forever, right? When people complain a band has sold out as they get mainstream popular, it's the same. It was the same thing, 40 years ago. It's just now we have the internet, so we get to see it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. I guess one thing that we are kind of discounting here, and I guess both of you have experienced this to some degree, is when it's small, there's a small culture that forms around it, and there's an understanding of how the rules work and how the world works, and like how this small culture of adoration around this thing exists. Once it gets bigger, some of the basic rules of that culture get broken because it's too big for that culture to like take over. And when that happens, that's got to be both very abrupt and also very sad, because you're losing some of what made that intimate and special and kind of made you feel at home there once it gets much bigger. Neither of you guys are giving me nods.
No.
So I'm going to guess that this was a shot in the dark that was wrong.
One for me easily is Deadpool on that one. I mean, Deadpool was a fucking D-list villain at best in his early days whenever I was in love with Deadpool. Now, yeah, he's popular and it's great, but I have to deal with the fact that, like, his comic might not be on the shelf whenever I go to pick it up on fucking Wednesdays due to how fucking popular he is. He's got a lot more fucking fans now. So, no, I completely agree. But my issue whenever shit gets too big... Oh, my God, it's going to set me off on another rant. My issue whenever shit gets too fucking big is y'all get ridiculous with shit. I just found out the other day that there are literally thousands of people, thousands, Kelsey and JoJo, thousands, dedicated to two separate groups. Clarith and, what was the? Clefa. Clarith and Clefa. The ship of Cloud and Aerith and the ship of Cloud and Tifa. And they are fucking toxic. They literally say the worst shit talking about anybody that has a differing opinion. Guys, they're fucking make-believe. They don't exist. They don't exist. I literally have this fucking female streamer that I love to death. She does nothing but fucking Final Fantasy content. She's got Final Fantasy tattoos. She literally is partnered with Square Enix. Like, the chick is fucking out. This is the one I was telling you about where she did the whole video, the Moogles, with the solar panels. Yeah, fucking love her. She's great. And, like, she had all these people attacking her because she literally had a stream where she talked about the fact that she liked Cloud and Tifa more than she liked Cloud and Aerith. And it was insane. Oh my God. And these people act like it's a real organization. I literally went and looked at some of their like profiles and shit, and the stuff they talk, like, I am CEO of the Cloud and Aerith Foundation and shit. What? What? Like, this shit is real. This shit is real. Guys, it's a game. I get it. But the sad part is like, some of these people, I saw them in the comments, they clearly didn't even play the fucking thing. They just liked the two characters. I was like, oh my God. That's the issue when things get big, because sometimes you get too toxic of fucking communities to join. Oh my God. It blew my mind. I'm sorry. It was the only time where I literally had to just shut Twitter down because I was going to get in a fight with a whole bunch of people who obviously did not deserve my time. Physically just did not deserve my time. It would have been a disservice to myself to give them even a fucking breath at all.
I'm proud of your self-control. Your realization.
It was hard.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It was hard. That's for sure. It was not fucking easy at all.
JoJo, you were going to say something, and I think we talked about top of you. What was it?
Not even about things being big somehow. Like, I think there's just this very strange these fandoms, just even small ones, where people get incredibly passionate about it and vicious. And I think it comes from Tumblr originally, and now it's sort of broken out wider on the internet.
I
Like,
don't know.
people are just shippers, specifically, I know, fight so much over these things, even though it's fictional characters and it doesn't matter. But like people on, I think the Flash TV series or the Green Arrow one, like the actors got death threats because the wrong girl got paired with the Flash or something, and so that girl's actress, people were like, "Ooh, I'm gonna kill you because you took the Flash away from other."
Well, it's like the same thing with fucking Game of Thrones, where the guy that played Joffrey got fucking so many death threats because he was such a fucking unlikable person. That was his job. That made him a good actor. That made him a good actor. He literally stopped acting because of that shit. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's fucking sad. People, grow the fuck up. Easy. I'm gonna make that title of this fucking goddamn episode. Grow the fuck up. I mean,
Maybe
it's
leave the
crazy.
fuck out of it, but...
I'll leave the fuck out of it, but still, grow up, people. Or like, why is everybody so toxic? Maybe that'd be the episode. I don't know. Something about negativity. I mean, I've said it multiple times. We should just be in a situation where people just love the shit that. I mean, like I said, you can get mad at stuff. I'm not saying you can't ever. I get mad at shit all the time. Bungie pisses me off on a daily basis. 343 is starting to piss me off on a daily basis, and you can voice that. That's fine. You can be upset. That's completely okay. But there's a difference between an actual person that you're actually... I need to word this correctly because people are going to think this is wrong. I was about to say a person that you actually like dedicate money to, but then they're like, oh, but the streamer thing, that's different. Whenever I buy a game and I own that game, I'm allowed to be upset if certain aspects don't meet up to what somebody has advertised, because that's false advertisement. That's 100% what that is. I say the shit that I like to say, and that's fine, but I'm also not literally mailing Bungie fucking death threats saying, oh my god, your game is fucking trash, I'm going to kill you. That's not okay. It's just physically not. I can sit on a podcast and be like, they're the worst fucking game designers ever. They fucking suck. I can do that. That's fine. I'm choosing to do it in my own space. If people don't want to listen to it, they're going to fucking tune me out, or they're going to fucking move on to something else. I'm not hurting anyone. But whenever I'm going and I'm making death threats, that's fucking wrong. I don't understand what, like, whenever they fucking chose to kill off Spider-Man in the comic book series, and Dr. Octavius was the new Spider-Man, the guy got so many fucking death threats, he literally moved because they found out where he lived. That's scary. Over a fucking comic. Like, grow the fuck up. I mean, I was upset too.
I don't understand this stuff. Like, this is insanity to me.
It's
like,
crazy. It's fucking
you do
crazy.
not get to kill somebody because they made it, like, the very last scene of the Harry Potter movies, like, I hate the very last scene. And I've got, like, I will watch them and I will watch up to that scene, because the moment that Harry grabs Voldemort and goes, let's go out together, and they basically what I call go on a date, where he wraps the arm around him, and if they're close enough to kiss and they're spending all that time alone, it's a date. So once Harry and Voldemort go on a date, not super interested in watching it after that because they fucked up the rest of that movie. But the idea that I would take that disappointment and somehow, like, threaten people's children and threaten to blow up their home and, like, take that to a personal level to another human being, like, where the fuck do you get the idea that that's okay? I don't understand this. This is just
insane. It's insanity. It's insanity.
That is, like, that's some level of mental illness. It's got to be, because that is not something a rational and normal human being would do.
Oh no, no one is suggesting these people are remotely rational.
I've said this.
They get incredibly engaged with things that are not genuinely important, and take it on weird ways.
Yeah, I've said this multiple times on multiple topics, and I think I speak pretty freely here for the rest of the team. I want to say here too, if that's your MO, we don't need you here. You can fucking leave.
Yeah, we don't want you.
No,
I don't know the thing that you're going to get obsessed with,
yeah.
and then you're going to threaten to kill us. Like, I'm not interested.
No.
Please leave.
Yeah, see ya. I didn't miss you while you were here. That's for sure. Like, I guess
JoJo hasn't spoken up. JoJo, do you want him?
Oh
yeah, please threaten me.
Yeah.
I would love all your death threats. Very long.
Oh man, I'm so glad that, like, our subscriber count. Well, this is be the only time I ever say this, but I'm so glad that our subscriber count is low enough, because, like, if this is like Dark Star level subscribers, you'd be getting the death threats just for fucking saying that one right there. I mean, that's another thing. I mean, I have fucking personal experience of this. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's right.
Have
Yeah, you do.
Experience of this, where literally, and I hope some of the Dark Star fans who actually threaten me are actually watching this right now. So first off, tell you, go fuck yourself. Second off, if you can get mad at me for what I said in the video, but don't have the fucking brain power and capacity to actually understand what was meant there, the whole thing happened over a fucking character fight. We were watching a death battle, and it was Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z versus Shadow the Hedgehog from Sonic. At one point, yes, exactly, yes, right? At one point, Shadow activates his ultimate power, where he basically can't fucking take damage. And I was like, if he does that, he should win. He didn't win. I was upset because that's who I chose to win, right? So, it's fine. I can get upset. That's great. Guess what? I'm there. You're watching me because you want to hear what I have to fucking say. Or just fucking go to the other fucking channel. I don't know what to tell you. But I made it clear that I disagreed with what happened. Now, what happened was Vegeta got so mad, he teleported to the moon and punched the moon into the earth, which can totally do. Dragon Ball Z characters are broken as fuck. They are fucking planet-breaking level characters. Totally can do. Said that multiple times. That's the part that all you fucking dumbasses apparently didn't fucking hear. You should go rewatch the fucking video. I say it multiple fucking times. And everybody called me a Dragon Ball Z poser. I've been watching that shit since I was like 6. Fuck off, alright? Get out of here. Go watch the fucking video and actually listen versus just fucking hearing what you want to hear. Anyways, so my exact words were, Death Battle only put that in the video to get Shadow to, because he had to use all his leftover energy to stop the moon from crashing into the earth. So I said, in my opinion, Death Battle only put that in there to tire Shadow out so he couldn't use that against Vegeta. Because in my opinion, how the fuck would Vegeta teleport to the moon, punch the moon into the earth, and go, yes, I'm going to kill my wife and 2 kids to kill this fucking hedgehog? What? No. He
Chris,
even got brain controlled in the show to kill all his friends and still did what he had to do in his son's best interest and committed suicide by blowing up everybody that was evil. If he can do that being mind controlled, how is he going to be, oh, I'm going to punch the moon into the earth, killing everybody I know and love over a fucking hedgehog? How does that make sense? That's all I said. That's all I said. And I had death threats that I was a fucking idiot, that I should be killed. I'm a Dragon Ball Z poser. People wish they knew where I lived. Grow the fuck up, dude. Grow the fuck up. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
And even if you had been... Go ahead, sorry.
I want to kill this person because they don't know things about Vegeta well enough.
And my point is valid. I never said that he couldn't do it. I just said that he wouldn't. My point was valid.
You're arguing the wrong point here. I don't care if you were right or wrong. No, doesn't matter how much you know about Vegeta. You could have been dead wrong. That doesn't mean they should want to kill you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's my point.
I agree.
You could be a Dragon Ball Z poser and still not get death threats, and you should not get death threats. Fuck the fuck off.
If you're a Sonic the Hedgehog poser, then you should die.
Oh yes, obviously.
I mean, it literally got to the point where Tony had to make a comment from the channel saying, hey guys, look, this is just reactions. These are our opinions. Stuff happens. Like, this isn't something to get that fucking mad over. People were still fucking livid. Like, it was like, come the fuck on. Like, I had one episode where you could never do anything to deserve death threats, but I deserved people to talk shit to me because I was literally just being an asshole. It was fucking Naruto versus fucking Bleach, and I've never watched either one of those animes, so I was literally making fun of the animes.
Naruto?
No, and I kept calling him Naruto the entire time and shit like that. Like, people were actually livid. Like, Tony literally just told me the other day he still gets comments of people really fucking upset with me, and that video was done like years ago. That's like a 2-year-old video at this fucking point. And he's like, oh, that video's still around. Someone else is pissed off at Chris. Imagine that. Like, I was just being a dick. So I'm completely fine with people talking shit to me on that one. Once again, like I said, still shouldn't ever get to death threat level at all for anything.
Never.
But still, I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So then Tony thought it would be funny, and it super fucking is. I actually bought the fucking t-shirt too. I wish I had it next to me because I fucking showed off for the camera. But Darkstar started selling their merch, and he actually turned Vegeta punching the moon into an actual emote in the Darkstar server. so people can use that. It's called the Vegeta Salty Moon Punch, is what he named it. So like whenever like I start going off on something, people will just reply back with that because they think it's fucking funny, which it is. It cracks me up every time. So that's actually one of their T-shirts, is the Vegeta Salty Moon Punch, and that's the one that I bought because I'm basically what made that a fucking thing. So I was like, all right, I can fucking wear that on content, you know? Hell yeah.
That's really funny.
Oh man, like I said, I don't know. I don't understand people. Just, ugh.
No, you do understand people. These people are not aware of what they are doing.
It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I don't like fucking doing podcasts on bad notes, but sometimes you just gotta talk this shit out. I mean, our fans, our lovely viewers, are great fucking people that hang out with us, community, and come out here and comment and like videos and stuff. Most of you I've talked to through stream, you're fucking awesome people.
You guys
Obviously,
are great.
this doesn't apply to you, but if it does apply to you, as I said earlier, kindly fuck off. But like I said, I just sometimes a lot of people don't know this shit's going on. I mean, Kelsey's a prime example of that, and just like talking about it and making people more aware about it, and then having a productive conversation around it, I think is very fucking important. So, yeah, you didn't get all the normal BS that we go through on the podcast this episode, but
no, we decided to be serious and angry this episode.
Sometimes that happens.
We're adults, we can feel things too.
Yeah, we have feelings, man. We're not just YouTubers. We have feelings. Oh, man.
Yes, YouTubers, historically known for having no feelings.
Right.
They're specifically bred for that purpose, in fact.
Yeah, they're just assholes, just do nothing but lobby. I mean, the fucking energy you have to exhaust to leave like a negative comment just fucking cracks me the fuck up sometimes. I'm like, man, dude, you really went out of your fucking way to say this. Like, come on, man.
It's actually remarkably little effort. It turns out you can just type, hey, fuck you, Vegeta for life, and then move on and do that 70 more times the next hour.
It's fucking nuts, dude. It's fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, what we don't know is JoJo's actually the one who left some of those death threats.
Probably.
He's like, no, I can say fuck you, Vegeta for life very quickly, actually.
Yes.
I got called a skinhead. I got told that I'm obviously balding due to the fact that, because I always have my hair cut so short, that I have cancer, and that they're happy that I got cancer, and they can't wait till they announce on Darkstar that I died due to cancer. Like, all kinds of shit. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Jesus Christ.
Actual comments. Yeah, these are actual. I mean, because Tony even told me, he's like, if you want me to, I can block them. I was like, let them go to the fucking page, dude. I don't care. I was like, you gotta fucking do a lot to hurt my fucking feelings. I laugh at this shit. This is funny, because guess what? Right now, you're leaving all these comments. That's interaction on this channel, which profits the channel. So right now, all you're doing is fucking profiting me. I could give two fucks. Like, please, comment and tell me how much you fucking hate me, because it's just going to keep pushing me up there. Because guess what? YouTube operates on fan interaction. Imagine that. So hate me all fucking day. I'm okay with that. I'll still be sitting here making the same content I was yesterday. Zero fucking issues. Like, oh, man. It's fucking nuts. Because Tony literally thought about disabling the fucking comments on that video. Like, 100%. I was like, fuck that, dude. Hell no. Let him fucking talk, dude. I don't give a shit. Doesn't bother me. I was like, sooner or later, I even stopped looking. Yeah. Darkstar Reacts. Fucking Death Battle Vegeta versus Shadow, dude. Or you can even do the Naruto versus... Most for them. I don't know about that one. There are like some heavy hitter ones out there that people like to watch. Like the famous Goku versus Superman and shit like that are always going to have like more views.
It's not even that you were the guy who made the death battle video and thus decided the outcome of the thing. You're just a person who had an opinion on whether or not the outcome was valid. Like, at least direct your death threats at the right people, commenters.
Because we've had conversations lately. We've had conversations lately where I've talked about the fact that I actually don't watch Death Battle anymore, solely due to the fact that I think they just make shit up. Well, I'm sorry. Let me change that. I know they just make shit up. Here's a prime fucking example.
Characters for nonsense?
Right. Prime fucking example. Perfect example right here. And only because she's on the cast, I get to use this. So, Kelsey, why does Cloud remember the stuff that Zach went through in Nibelheim?
Oh. Because of Genova cells. Like, I think that's the answer, but I'm not sure.
No.
I've forgotten. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't love this the way you do.
Nano machine.
No,
I
you
don't.
let me
No.
down. You just gave them the exact same example they used because he was injected with Genova cells. He knew what Zach went
I
through.
don't remember the answer. What is the answer?
He was there. He literally
No,
was
I
there.
know he was there, but he remembers it from like in the memory flashbacks. You see it from Zach's perspective, not from Cloud's.
Because he was there the entire time.
That's
He was
because
in
he
the
had
Shinner outfit.
Yes, I'm very fucking aware he was there.
Yes, that's why he sees it that way. Because he remembers the situation. He doesn't remember Zach, so he automatically thinks it's him because he woke up in a soldier first class uniform with the sword.
Sorry. Yes. No. That all I am aware of. To defend my own sake here and remain friends with Chris, otherwise this will be the last podcast you ever see me on.
Already typing death row.
I know. He's actively typing it right now. The video's not even up and he's working on it. Sorry, I misunderstood. I apologize. I'm aware Cloud was fucking there. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I can forgive you. It's okay. But literally, that was literally one of their explanations. Because he was given Genova cells, he automatically knew everything that Zach went through because he was given Genova cells too. I'm like, they would know what Sephiroth went through.
I didn't think that was right.
I was like, then they know what Sephiroth went through. They knew what fucking Genesis went through. They knew it. Like, we keep going down this fucking rabbit hole. That makes no fucking sense. I was like, where are they pulling this from? Like, whose fucking ass did this fall out of? Like, this is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my fucking life. I was like, they didn't even play the game, apparently. Like, they didn't know. But see, there's the difference, though. I asked you a question on the spot. They literally went and did quote-unquote
if you'd given me that research...
quote-unquote research. Like, I mean, these people do shit where it's like, they had one where they talked about Yang falling out of the sky during that school fight where they did the food fight in like episode or season 1. Yeah. No, like, she could take up to like 5 million tons of force because she was in the air for like 5 minutes and then fucking fell down and got up okay. Like, they literally do numbers like that. If you're gonna go and do numbers like that, call it research, but yet you're gonna tell me because of Genova cells, Cloud can just fucking mind read and remember everything as him. That's the fucking dumbest thing I heard in my life. I was gonna
say that's not part of the game at all.
No, not even close. Not even close. I was like, I was like, you obviously. I mean, you could have literally done the smallest amount of research as far as like, why does Cloud have memory problems? And it would have told you that part of the story. Like, the smallest Google search could have fucking done that for you. So, yeah, I don't even fucking pay their channel no mind anymore. I'm like, fuck them.
Remind me why he doesn't remember Zach.
Because of the Mako poison.
Mako poison only removed Zach. Like, it was like, you can have the rest of this memory. We're just going to slice this dude out.
It wasn't just because the Mako, because he woke up in Zach's clothes. So, in his mind, and that sword. Because
so he had bits and pieces of a patched memory, and then he had enough of like those patches on him, basically, that his brain kind of put the thing together.
Right, because like that was like his hometown, so there's a lot more of that to him than actual Zach to him. Got it. One, two, whenever you go through the soldier process, they put you through the Mako, not to the extent that Cloud was put to whatsoever. And the reason why it didn't affect Zach in the same way is because Zach had already went through the whole Mako process to begin with. So he didn't get the Mako poison the same way that Cloud did. So Cloud was basically in a goddamn coma, in and out of a fucking like Mako dazed coma for like fucking the entire rest of Crisis Core, leading all the way up to Final Fantasy 1. Or Final Fantasy 7. So, the start of Final Fantasy 7. I mean, he literally wakes up on a fucking train stop, and that's where Tifa finds him. You don't find that out until later on in the game, where he's just sitting there and he's like, he doesn't remember getting there. And then all of a sudden he's just like, he starts saying stuff that he remembered that Zach was talking about, like, oh yeah, I came to Midgard to be a mercenary. Then he looked down, he's like, oh yeah, I made it into soldier first class. It's a soldier first class uniform. Like, he just...
Yeah, like, I don't remember this, but I must have done this because I remember having the desire, and then now I'm standing here in it. Okay.
Exactly.
Yep. That's legit.
But who knows? Maybe one day I can get Genova cells and suddenly fucking remember everything Zach had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and all the other fun shit that went on. You know, all that.
Why was that a factor in the battle? How did Cloud's memory of Zach even...
I don't fucking know, man. It didn't make sense to me. I was too livid by the fact that it was just incorrect, like just stupidly incorrect. That I was like, I didn't even pay attention to. It's like, what? I think they were trying to link Cloud's fighting tactics to Zach's memory. He fights like Zach because he has Genova cells and he's able to remember everything that Zach did.
Okay. Sure.
No.
He doesn't even wear the sword on his back the same way that Zack does. Zack wears it with the sharp blade down. Cloud wears it with the sharp blade up. That's even different. Like, that's even different. Much less the fact that the soldier's uniform he wears is completely different from Zack's. Like completely. All these fucking metal gadgets and shit he has on his arm didn't have in that Zack whatsoever. So I just I'll go down a rabbit hole. I gotta stop myself because I was trying to wind down. So
all of this in a comment on that video. Is there like an angry comment for you?
it's not from me. No, I haven't put one on there. No, I literally watched it.
You and written.
Yeah, I literally watched it to do a reaction. And at the time, I was just upset because Cloud lost. And he was going against Link, which is another one of my favorite overall video game characters, but it's also Tony's #1 video game character. And back when me and Tony were doing our whole rapping thing, that was actually one of our character battles was Cloud versus Link. Because that's a big fandom, is like who would win out of these two. So I was already pissed off, and then Tony being Tony, egging it on, like, oh yeah, fucking Cloud sucks, da-da-da-da-da, you know, because that's what we do. I would have done the same thing. I'm like, oh yeah, fucking Link sucks, Cloud shit on him, you know. It would have been the same thing. So I was already like all caught up in that like all the post-credit shit where they talk about these facts on why they won and stuff like that. I just didn't even pay attention to it. I was just like, fuck it, whatever. I'm done with this already. And now I was talking to one of the Dead Funny community members, and we were talking back and forth on my stream, and he was talking about that I should go back and watch some of these death battles now that I'm not reacting to them, and see what I think about the information. And so I chose that one, and I was like, wow, this is wildly inaccurate. Like, what, did they even research this game? Like, how do they even just get Cloud? They just be like, oh, he's blonde, throw him in there. Like, I don't even understand how this happened. Oh man, I don't know. I think the battles they make are just poor choice to begin with. A short wrap up here, fucking the one I did with Sephiroth against like a normal guy that can turn into a demon from fucking Devil May Cry, fucking Virgil. Like, it's like,
oh, Dante?
No, they did Virgil. Even if they did Dante, it doesn't matter. Sephiroth would have won. I was like, you have to look at the actual canon. We've never seen Dante or Virgil even come close to destroying a planet. Sephiroth's final move, Supernova, literally destroys a fucking solar system. Like, there's a clear difference in fucking power at this point. Clear difference. Like, I mean, why is this even a fight?
Virgil, I believe, can use a gun.
No, Virgil can't use a gun, and Dante
no, he
can.
can't? Only Dante can? Okay, well then
Virgil
never mind.
chooses not to. Yeah, Virgil chooses not to. But even if so, Sephiroth's been shot, he's been stabbed, and he hasn't died. That doesn't just kill him. He's soldier first class. They're above the normal human physical peak.
Oh, I've seen a gun kill a person. I've never seen someone get killed by magic. So
JoJo here with the real world logic to the fantasy battles. Oh,
he's the voice of reason.
Character is one that has a gun.
That's all he needs, dude.
That's why Shadow should beat Vegeta, because Shadow has a gun. It applies in every situation.
It doesn't matter that some of these characters are literally faster than a bullet, but or sometimes get shot with bullets and they just bounce off of them. You know, like none of that fucking matters.
No.
Oh,
get out of here with your logic there, Chris. We don't want to hear
I know, right? I'm sorry. Fucking solar system, fucking destroyer. Bow down to the fucking person that uses the gun. I have enough strength in me. I can destroy the solar system. You have a fucking Glock. It is clear who's going to win this battle.
Into the comment section, please tell me how much you don't support everyone with a gun winning every battle.
The sad part is, the person that I was talking to in my fucking stream is so gonna fucking agree with you, because that was part of the fucking thing, was, well, how fast is Sephiroth really? And I was like, that doesn't matter. He can destroy a solar system. Fuck! Like, oh man. Okay, anyways. I've been trying to wrap this podcast up for like the last 13 minutes. Anyways, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, turn on notifications, that way you get notified next time we upload another video. Hit us in the comment section below. Unfortunately, let JoJo know your thoughts on who wins the gun battle or not.
Please comment on my very serious about guns.
We also have links in the description below if you want to check those out. Twitter links and Twitch links are down there, so you can go get more of a one-on-one conversation or two. Go hang out with people while they're playing video games. Ton of a stream. Brandon actually has already sent me his new Twitch thing. So actually, we just had this
Oh,
conversation
hell
yesterday.
yes.
So and he was streaming last night while I was streaming. We weren't streaming the same thing. So yeah, you'll be able to go watch Brandon streaming again now that Mixer has been shut down.
They backed the wrong horse there.
Just a little bit, yep, just a little bit. But yeah, go show Brandon some love now that he's back on Twitch. He needs it. We need to get him to affiliate. So go show Brandon love. He makes great fucking content. Funny guy. If you have any doubts, literally just look back and find him on literally any one of our fucking videos, and I'm sure you'll have a good time. So after all that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. See you next time.